check, check, check. Rip, 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 rip. Going on.
Ooh, Car Guy Coffee is in the house. What's going on? As you guys can see on the screen, on the web, we're there, but we are right here. Hello, what's going on?
Welcome back.
I did it
Check
again.
it out.
Let's
see who's with us. We got some incredible car gals in the mix. You know the deal, everybody. Having some fun.
What's going on
some
Facebook?
Solutions.
What's going on LinkedIn? Frelin Arts, the subprime hero. I'm here with my partner,
Lou Ramirez, the car guy. And we are brewing solutions with the best over in the... Let's see, we are in the Poly section. Poly crew, everybody say what's up.
That's right. Poly is alive,
what I'm talking
folks.
about.
If you don't see this, if you haven't been into the North Wing, you need to get over here ASAP. This booth is popping. It's huge. They have everything you want. You got microphone. I mean, you got coffee. You got drinks. You got everything that you could imagine.
Okay.
You got the Car Guy Coffee podcast here. And we have two amazing guests sitting here with us today. We're excited. Our first guest today is Miss Melanie Borden.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, and then, of course, we have the wonderful, the stupendous Susan Gaytan, right? So we gotta love that. Put that pronunciation in there. It's important to do so.
Said that right. Thank you so much.
So, ladies, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful as always. Every time I get a chance to hang out with Melanie, I always feel great. She's awesome.
We're old friends.
We are. We're becoming old friends now.
She's pretty amazing, isn't she?
Yeah,
so are you.
We really are. So. I love that you two are doing something together, and I'm still curious. I haven't really dug deep because I was waiting for this interview to really learn more about what's happening right here, and we'll get to that in a second. But let me ask you, ladies, what brought you here to Las Vegas NADA 2022?
Well, I'm here today with the Alan Ram team.
Alan Ram team.
The Alan Ram team. Alan Ram, Proactive Training Solutions. So we recently partnered on a social media training. And we have an unveiling, so to speak, here today at the show.
Yeah.
And, you know, we are just bringing something to the industry that has not existed.
That's
and
amazing.
We are implementing the strategies that have brought us so much success on social already. And they're proven strategies that have worked.
No doubt about it.
Now we're bringing it to the entire country.
That's what I'm talking about. For everyone, for all dealers, for everyone out there that needs a little assistance, they're there. They're teaming up. You're talking about bringing two powerhouses together to do something amazing. And I'm excited to announce about this. You know, people like Poly, we're here at the Poly booth. And Poly, what they do is they get people together. And that's why they have this booth. They wanted people to come here and be able to unite and do things that are unique. As an industry, we tend to be apart. we tend to fight each other. We tend to say, I'm the best or you're the best. But here at Poly, we want to bring everybody together. And I love that you guys are joining together to do this. It's just right in hand what we're talking about this week. So awesome.
Yeah.
So we have this incredible guest here. You might have seen this face a whole lot on the Car Guy Coffee podcast, but you have not seen this one too much.
Kind of a newbie.
Susan, what is it that you're enjoying about the energy that's happening right now inside of NADA 2022?
Well, listen, what's not to enjoy about this spectacular place? All of these excited people, all from the car industry. We're like one big family, aren't we? But I'm also excited here because the Allen Ram team may be small, but we've partnered up with Melanie here on this project that's going to be amazing. We all know that all of our customers are mostly on socials. They are looking at you, scrolling through your stuff more than they'll ever be calling or walking into your dealerships. And so Allen Ram's proactive training, Allen Ram knows how to get bodies into the showroom. We're experts at that. So now Melanie is an expert in social media. Put those two things together, and we have translated all of those awesome strategies to social. So it's going to be exciting.
Wow, that sounds like dynamite to me. When you put two things together and it explodes, but brings so much energy, you feel shockwaves across the universe. Well, the automotive universe, that is, right? And we're here at NADA to announce this. We're talking about these things. Wow, I'm excited. We're talking about social media and getting people in your doors, combining those two together. Wow. You want to talk about getting even more activities, more people in that bucket, so this way it's always overflowing. Get with them. Woo, I love it.
And I have to tell you something. Susan and I together, we wrote all the content. We wrote all the scripts for the training together.
That's right. That's
As
right.
a team, we worked on it for months.
So it is our baby. Now I do have to I do have to say that the foundational principles that are in this course were built by Allen Ram himself. We all know that he and his strategies were so effective. But when it comes to socials, we sometimes have a disconnect, right? We engage people, but then it sort of stops when we're trying to get them to that next stage, when we're trying to get them through the doors. And so that's where Allen Ram's strategies come in. And it's just a beautiful thing, you guys. It is so exciting. And, you know, I do have to say, social selling is a little bit of a paradox because we don't want to sell. We don't want that hard sell on social selling. So we're going to teach you. And yes, we wrote together all of these wonderful strategies.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, yes. That is going to provide you templates and ideas and effective strategies for you to take that engagement to the next level and sell more cars that way.
The content is so good. It is so good.
Oh, so let me ask you this. What made you all, what caused you all to unite? What was it, something that you guys just ran into each other, or was it mystical? Was it the universe speaking?
It was all
or
of the
did
above.
somebody reach out? Yeah.
I'll let you answer that one.
All right.
So years ago, when I first entered the car business, I had a client.
Put your mic up. Yeah.
I had a client by the name of Michael Renault.
Michael Renault.
Michael Renault.
Michael Renault.
Aging Michael Renault.
Somewhere.
So Michael and I have
He's at the bar.
been good friends for a long time. And when I reached out to him to let him know that I had started my own company, he said, we have to have a conversation because we are doing some social training and it would be a great way for us to come together and to partner. And the rest is really history.
That's it.
And it's the only way to describe it is working in a dealership and working with the sales teams on building their own brands and helping them try to execute on it. It's not an easy task. It's really not. And it's difficult in many, many ways. I mean, you have a lot of people who are afraid to do it, right? There's the fear factor where they think I can't do it and I'm not going to be able to know how to do it.
That's it. That's a big part of it.
The biggest part is the fear.
Yes.
It definitely is.
Because there's a lot of weight that's involved. Being able to sell socially means that you have to be sowing seeds consistently. Right? It can't be you make one post, you put it out there, and hopefully my business explodes. No, you have to lay layer upon layer upon layer. You spent countless hours creating scripting so that it sounds right, so that it comes across right, because not everything is the same on the phone as it is with a camera in your face, right? Completely different.
Right. And then you have the know-how. Like, who's their guide? Who's going to teach them how to do it? And who's going to manage that process?
And there's some people who are afraid too.
Yeah.
You know, they think that they need to be as excited as we are, or that they need to be beautiful. And it's.
You do in fact, a little excitement don't hurt
it's
nobody.
Quite, well, yeah, definitely you want to be excited, but you know, you don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to look like one. People will buy cars from people that they like at the end of the day.
Right. They want to buy from people that they know.
Exactly.
I think that's a big thing. Trust. You know, when you look at social media, and if you're a sales pro and you're not using it or utilizing it because it's free, I'm just saying, if you're not utilizing it, then what are you doing? It's because you're scared. It's okay. Just admit it. You know, we all can forgive, focus, and fly and keep growing. But the only way we can do that is by letting it go. Get over those fears and start doing it. It just takes one video at a time.
That's right.
A 30-second video, a 10-second video. Just do it, but do it consistently. And I'll tell you what, get with them. They'll show you the way. I can tell you, I love watching Melanie. I've been watching Melanie for a long time and watching her grow on social even. She was already established, but even since I've known her, explode. And it's really unique. And it's not about telling people, hey, come buy stuff from me. It's about telling people, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I love.
Right.
And when people see that, then they start asking you, what do you sell? And when that's the question comes up, then you're able to give them everything you want and say anything you want. It's beautiful.
And being here at NADA, you know, from my perspective, I'm meeting so many people who we know each other just through social and we've never met in person before. And people are saying, like the guys from Poly, they're like, we feel like we already know you. And it's the same way with your customers. That you can have these relationships digitally and convert that into a customer.
That's so true.
That's right.
100%. And it's the way it is.
It's a fusion of mixed messaging, right? So you're not just sending out one post one way and then just doing that a bunch of different times, right? Making sure that you have a balanced approach, many different ways that you are communicating and engaging with the customer. What would you say to somebody that is looking into making sure that they do get their engagement up? Why would you tell them to mix that up? Put a lot of beans inside of that bag.
Yeah, well, I'll take this one if you don't mind. So, you know, I'm sure we all see the traditional postings that dealerships do, right? The you know, all of the discounted cars and the car specials, but people don't want to see that. That's not what engages people. People, and so there is a formula to what type of things you post, and you want to be fun. You want humor goes a long way, but you know, you said something earlier, and I think you nailed it. Social media is the place to cultivate opportunities. It's the ultimate farming technique for that guy who wants to see results, sustainable results, time and time again, year after year. And so it's not the one and done. You know, it is. It is for those of you that are really looking to cultivate and generate your own leads without relying on your dealership leads. This is what is for you. This is what's going to provide you with that knowledge. Exactly.
But you always hear those people say, I try everything. No, you haven't.
No, you have
And I'm going to tell you, there's so many things that we can all do to improve. Lou, what's the biggest room in the world?
The biggest room in the world, everybody, is the room for improvement.
That's right. So we all have it. Does not matter where we're at in our life. I don't care if you're the GOAT at what you do. There's room for improvement. And if you understand that, then it really is a blessing to know that, hey, it's actually great to know that I can keep growing. It's great to know that I can get better, because how boring would life be if I topped off? Right. I love the climb. The climb is where it's at, you know, and it's so important that people on social media get that. It's, you know, we have the lot ups. We have all those types of ways to be able to get that instantaneous sell. But when it's talking about planting seeds, making a career out of being in automotive, making a career on anything these days, use social. I'm going to tell you, the more that you can put yourself out there, the stronger of a person you become. The more vulnerable you are, the more people want to get to know you. And they want to be part of what you do. So be vulnerable, be something different, and have fun with what you do. Make them laugh, bring some content that's amazing. And I love watching y'all's content. I've been watching your content since we've connected recently. And it's fantastic. I saw you going zip lining last night. So you're bringing that real. You're bringing that happiness. And I love that. That Superman fly is amazing. Did you do that over at Fremont?
We ziplined over Fremont Street. So thank you to the Allen Ram team.
That's right, Allen Ram team.
Shelly Ram Saban right over here.
Shelly.
This is our CEO and owner of the company. So yes, great team, but yeah, listen, what's wrong with having a little fun in Vegas while you're here?
That's the deal. But it's not just in Vegas, right? At your dealership, with
Everywhere.
those posts, making your social media marketing work for yourself. You have to make it fun. If a customer understands that you're having fun doing your job, well, my goodness, are they going to give you an opportunity to give you the chance to take care of them so that they have fun? I think that was always our biggest selling points, right, Fred? We were
100%.
fun to deal with. We were having a good time. But that social interaction is what they're looking for. So this is social selling, everybody.
Yes.
Okay. They need to know what you're like socially. And a lot of times your customers are going to hide from you. But if you can get out of the box and put your product out there.
You know what I like to say? Social media is your digital showroom.
Amen.
It's an extension of your showroom, of your dealership. So all of that special stuff that you do, you need to show it off. You need to brag about it. Yeah. And that's what's going to set you apart.
The future is people buying from people,
yes.
Not from sales pros, not from this. They're buying from people that they know and that they can trust just based off their social. Right. It's powerful. I can go click on Melanie's profile and I can tell you that she lives a great life. She loves to travel, but she loves her 2 daughters like so much. She loves taking care of them. She loves the fact that they get to go to school now without the mask and it's starting to be much more open. You know, I watch her social media. They don't have to stay at home. You know, I know that it's important that they get to go out and be social with their people in person too. But I love what you do with social. You do it so classy and we do it right. But that's why I know Melanie. That's why I find you to be amazing at what you do. And I look forward to seeing what you do next because I see what's going on in your life and that you're doing things that other women can use as an excuse, but yet you have that single mother yet doing amazing things, becoming something more than you could ever imagine, doing things that people who have all the support in the world, in which you have great support, that's no doubt. You have a beautiful family that really cares for you. But at the end of the day, you're a single mother and you're doing amazing.
That's right.
Above and beyond what you could ever imagine. So no excuses, nothing but just go for it.
And I think the whole emotional connections is a key area that dealerships are missing out on, specifically with their field team and who's on the floor. You know, who's on the ground floor of the store and who they're interacting with the customers. And social is just an updated version of your CRM.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, it's true.
That's right.
Yeah. So you have to leverage it the same way.
You say that, right? And the CRM isn't something that's new. Being social and selling isn't. You're not new to this. Y'all ladies are true to this, right? You've been doing this before it got to be so trendy, right? So what are you seeing now as far as let's say the pliability of these ideas and these out-of-the-box things that we're doing to socially connect to our customer? How much more is the audience ready for what you're saying now than maybe it has been for the past couple of years?
Oh, there's been a huge shift. I mean, even specifically with TikTok.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen so many more dealers on TikTok in the last couple of months than I've ever seen before. I mean, I'm also more active on it too, but I've noticed that there are so many stores now and they're just having fun with it. They're just having fun and they have a different strategy for each platform based on the audience on the platform.
Absolutely. And listen, I feel like if you're not on this train, you're losing, you're missing out.
Right.
You know, and Fred, you said something earlier, this is all free.
Right.
Yeah.
This is all free. Most of these resources are free to the common user.
Right. It's very true. It's just, you know, it's the hustle that you have to put behind it. And most people give up because it requires work and it requires effort.
It just requires about 30 minutes a day for about 30 days. I promise you, if you educate yourself on how to do these things, that you'll feel so much more confident. I don't like to do things I don't know either, so I educate myself. I have this thing. I do 30 minutes for 30 days. So for 30 days straight, I'm going to go 30 minutes a night reading or watching a video about something I want to learn.
Good.
And at the end of that 30 days, I'm pretty good at it already. I figured out a lot. I know what I don't want to do, what I want to do, what people think, what's best for this. And the next thing you know, I'm not so scared to go for it. So if you're not ready right now, which is the best time to start something right now, then just take the time to get educated so you feel more comfortable. Give Melanie a call, give Susan a call and ask them, hey, how do I get part of the program you guys are doing? I need to learn. And I promise you, they're going to show you the way. But if you just look at people's social media, they just make themselves vulnerable. Be honest and be real. That's all you have to do. It could be as simple as, hey, you know, I love walking my dog and this is what I do, right? So it's just getting started, doing something. My very first video was me making the table that we do our podcast at. I was sitting there sanding and I was doing all this stuff and I was building our own table. And I got inspired to make my very first video on social. I never did videos on social until then. I put it out in front of me and I recorded it. and I just put it out there. Because I was like, I knew that I was going to have to start doing it, and I did it. It wasn't that great. I'll be honest with you. I did it in one take, though, but it wasn't that great. But you know what? It was something, and it was a start. And because I did that, it helped me build confidence to just keep doing it. And I said, hey, I did it today. I could do it tomorrow. And I did it again the next day, and then the next day. And then now you guys, if anyone knows me on social, I do it every day. And it's because it's part of what I do. It's part of my life.
And look at what happened since you started with
100%.
social, and look at how your life has evolved.
Amen. You're so right.
And I think that you guys are a perfect example of someone who put themselves out there, became active on social, and you changed your life.
Changed my life, and and honestly, what I love is I'm impacting many others, and I'm seeing that, and I love that, and I'm blessed that I'm able to do that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to be able to share with other people and give them things that they need and they need help with, and you guys are doing the same thing. I'm so excited. So, Lou, what you got?
So, I got one question for you ladies over here, right?
Let's hear it.
What would you say to those that are watching live, those that are watching on the live, right, and those that are going to watch this on the replay, that need to get present? They're just not present yet, right? They're just not there yet. You said it earlier, Susan. You said that your actual website, right, or your social media presence is your digital showroom, right? That's also your best salesperson is your website, right? But the connection that you have with people in social media is only going to happen if you get present. Right. How important is it? Would you tell them that it is that they get present in social media right now?
You have to start by starting. And I think that that's a huge factor that delays a lot of people, not just from a dealership perspective, but from any, is they have to just start. You have to just come up with a strategy. You have to have a goal in mind, and you need to execute on it. And then you have to consistently follow through.
Love that.
And that's hard for a lot of people to do. But with the training modules that we've put together, it gives you that step-by-step process of how to get there and everything that you need to accomplish that.
Hello, ding dong.
Hello.
I love that.
What do you say on that, Susan?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to add to that. I think it's easy for people to get excited. I think the hardest thing to do is to stay excited.
Yeah.
And so, you've got to start somewhere, but having a strategy to stay consistent is key. So don't start your socials and then ignore them. Don't go in there and post something and then walk away and never look at it.
Come on.
If you're plugging into our program, you're going to get lots of ideas, lots of templates and stuff that you can post easily. You're going to get some engagement. So you've got to be right there engaging with those people, interacting.
Engagement is key.
Those are those seeds that are going to grow in time. And again, I said it earlier, but listen, at the end of the day, there are thousands and thousands more of your shoppers that are scrolling through your feed than there ever will be calling or walking into your dealership.
It is the busiest showroom in the world. The internet it is. I'll tell you what.
And everyone has access to it.
It really is.
It's a great equalizer, everybody.
Yes.
It's given everybody, whether you're the dealer or you're the sales pro, access to multimedia and being able to get a message to somebody's hand. To their hands.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're getting right there where they want to be, where they like to interact and they enjoy being socially the most. It's absolutely a no-brainer once you actually take a look at the possibilities that are for you. But you remove the how-to. Right? Everybody
100%.
gets so caught up on moving forward because they don't even know how to make that next step. Sometimes when dancing, they just don't know the steps. Well, you're showing them how to get their groove on, right?
Not like you. We know you know the steps.
I love that. The problem with I think you're hitting some great points here. I think the problem with most salespeople in general is that maybe that don't use social. They start it and they don't get the reaction they're hoping for. They don't have that 1,000 likes or a million views.
Exactly, and that's exactly it.
It is a long game. You have to take your time. So what do you guys suggest on something like that?
Well, Ellen Ram used to teach something called ABCs. Now, we all know what ABC used to stand for. What do we know it to stand for?
Always be closing.
Right. Always be closing.
But
But in today's industry, it's your activities between customers that will indicate how successful you are tomorrow. And so this should fall right in line with those activities. Your follow up on unsolds, B-backs, referrals. Your social media should be right in there. And
on.
I was feeling that. I do too, man. I totally understand that. I mean, that's exactly right. All these things tied together.
Yes, right.
You know, everybody wants to fish out of one pond, man. There's a million ponds. There's a huge ocean out there to fish out of.
Yes.
Why not fish out of every which way you can? Get every type of fish that you can take home. You know, I love fish. Fish is good, right? And I love to eat well. And the only way we can eat well is to put the work in. But don't just rely on that one pond or that one piece of bait. Get a bunch of different baits out there. See what you can get by doing that.
Right.
Well, what I do know is that there's incredible solutionaries like you that are trying to connect to you. They're trying to learn what it is that you have to teach. So if you can't tell them how to get a hold of you and where they can reach you and get this incredible info.
Right.
Take it. All right. So again, we've got two powerhouses here joining forces. We've got the Allen Rams Proactive Training Solutions team. You can look at our website, look us up. We'll have a link here. And then Melanie Borden is the social media queen and master. And so I don't think you'll have a problem finding Melanie.
No.
Find me on LinkedIn.
She's all over
Melanie Borden.
But so are we. So we're on all over socials as well. And again, we'll make sure to be connected with these two awesome dudes.
Reach out to us.
Yes.
If you guys are in our audience and you know us and you're having a hard time getting a hold of them, just look through my friends list, you'll find them. But that's what social media is so great, right? But at the same time, you just reach out to me. I'll make sure you get connected to them because they are solutionaries ready to help you guys get ready with that social. Get some more people in those doors and make sure that you move more metal.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Fred, we're also here at NADA. We have a booth, so make sure to stop by and get some information on this course and other exciting events we have coming up. We've got a management class in Denver, Colorado in May.
Hello.
It's going to be awesome. And so we are at booth 6821 right over here next to the huge Poly booth.
Oh, you can't miss them, and you can't miss us because we're loud.
That's right. You can't.
They're the loudest ones here. Yes.
Let's go ahead and make sure that we get loud about the main message that we always want to make sure our solutionaries get together on. Because whether or not you've been active on social selling or not, it's okay. Forgive yourself.
Let it go.
Forgive yourself.
You can always start right now.
Okay.
Let it go.
Forgive it. All right. If nobody's
It's like
taught
a
you the
therapy
way,
session.
forgive it.
Don't
all right.
worry.
And get focused on what you can do.
Recovering
Grab
social
your phone.
user.
You can engage in social media. You can start right now. You can start by sharing this video. Yep.
Share. Let everybody know what's going on. Reach out to Melanie. Reach out to Susan. They will make sure you're set up. I promise you. It doesn't cost anything to make a phone call and ask.
That's right.
But you know what? It can cost you a whole bunch of deals throughout the year if you don't get on it right now. So let's go, man. I like extra deals. I know that.
So, ladies, let's get ready to forgive, focus, and fly together. And that's applying 3 F's by wiping off the weight of unforgiveness, forgiving,
I love that.
focusing, and flying so we can keep growing. So help us out. And those of you that are watching, help us out.
Come on,
everybody on your shoulders, focus, fly with us.
Let's forgive, focus, and fly on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing. Keep growing.
That's right, ladies. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much to both of you.
So thank
You guys
so
are
much.
amazing.
We appreciate you, ladies, as always.
I am Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
And I'm Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And you have been Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast over at Poly at NADA 2022 with the incredible, the one, the only Melanie Borden and Susan
Gaytan. That's right. Don't forget
so
that.
much.
We'll see you all later.
We'll see you soon. Check us out. Call us. Share the video.
Let us know what you all
Get started
think.
now.
We love you all.
Reach out.
Car Guy Coffee.
See you all later.